Welcome back to another beautiful day in the land of music. My name is Douglas, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking through the piano section on the Nord Stage 3. I'm going to be playing some samples of the different pianos in the piano section, and then talking about the different controls that you have, and hopefully giving you the information you need if you're looking to buy the Nord Stage 3, or you've already bought it and you're trying to figure out how to use it. Hopefully this video will be helpful for you, but let's jump right into it. So over here on the Nord Stage 3, the piano section sits kind of in the middle of the keyboard next to our main screen and controls. And to turn it on, just like any other section on the Nord Stage 3, we tap the on-off zone select button, and that lights up the piano section. We have our main level of the piano here. So right out of the gate, we can play the piano. Just to talk through some of the settings and controls here in the piano section. So right underneath the zone select and the main volume for the section, we have our octave up and down. If you've got the 88 key version, you're probably not going to really need to use this. But for me, where I have the 73 compact, it comes in handy. So I can switch to get those lower notes and those higher notes. Again, if you have the 88 key version of the Nord Stage 3, you probably won't need that as much. Right below that, we have pitch stick and sustain pedal. To turn these on and off, you just hold shift and tap on the octave down for pitch stick. And then sustain pedal, you can see is already on. So I hold the sustain pedal. Those notes sustain until I let off the sustain pedal, and then they stop. That's without the sustain pedal, with. So this is an important setting if you're playing piano to make sure that the sustain pedal is turned on. Down here we have our piano select, so we can cycle through the different types of pianos. And then right back to the grand. Within each of these piano types, we can use the encoder to scroll or hold shift and scroll, and you'll get a list on the screen here. So we can go through and we can see not only the piano sound, but the size. So there's different size piano samples that you can import into the Nord Stage 3. The extra large take up the most space, but they have the most dynamics, the best quality to the sound, all the way down to small, which is going to have your least amount of space in the 2 gigs that you have for the piano section, but the sound isn't going to be as high quality, isn't going to have as many of those dynamics. So I try to go with the extra large sound whenever I can, especially if it's one that I play a lot, like the White Grand. I'll put a link in the description to a video where I talk about downloading the White Grand and getting that on the Nord Stage 3. I really do recommend that piano, especially if you're going to be doing live playing. So back to the piano types. We can scroll through those, we can play them. The Nord Stage 3 comes full. The 2 gigs of the piano section comes full out of the factory, and they sound fantastic. So let me exit out of here, jump to the uprights. We have the bamboo upright, one of my favorites. Really beautiful upright sound there. I have separate videos demoing every single sound within the different piano types, so go check those out on my channel if you'd like. Now let's talk about some of the controls that you have here. So up at the top, we have a button for soft release and string res. If we tap that, we'll get string res. And this adds just a little bit of dynamics. If you hold the sustain pedal without string res on, And then we turn string res on and hold the sustain pedal and do that same note progression. You get a little bit more ring as you would with a normal piano from the strings around that. I feel like it gives it just a little bit more of a realistic sound. And then soft release is going to give you a little bit longer of a release on those piano sounds. Barely noticeable. It softens that release and makes it a little bit longer. I like to turn both of those on. I'm going to go back to the Royal Grand 3D. The pedal noise is a setting you can turn on with shift and tapping that same button. That doesn't do anything unless you have the Nord triple pedal, and then you'll get the pedal noise with the piano sounds that have that built in. Again, I don't have the triple pedal, so I can't use that, so it doesn't really do anything for me to have that feature on. Layer detune gives you just a little bit, if you're playing a real piano, it's not 100% in tune every single time you play. So this gives you 3 different detune settings. Again, nothing really noticeable, but it gives you just another element of realism within those piano sounds. Keyboard touch is really the sensitivity, so all the way off is just your normal keyboard touch. 1 is a little bit less sensitive. 2. It's really how hard you have to hit the keys to get a sharper sound. I leave that on normal. We can hold shift and tap that same button and we get the information, so you can see this is taking up about 200 megabytes, the extra large Royal Grand 3D. Then down here we have our timbre. So playing this with a normal timbre, and then let's press that once to go to soft. Mid. I mostly use normal, which is none of the timbre buttons lit up. I do use soft a lot though at church when I'm playing underneath prayer or talking. Gives such a beautiful sound to the piano sounds. So those are the main components of the piano section. Again, beautiful sounding pianos in this. I would recommend going and grabbing the white grand. Such a beautiful sound no matter what timbre you're in. Really cuts through the mix when you're playing live, so I love that about it. So beautiful. I hope you found this video helpful if you're looking to buy this or you bought it, trying to figure out how to use it. If you've got any questions, throw those down in the comments below. Stay inspired and keep making that music.